Hey everybody, welcome back to Bob on the Farm. And it is dripping quickly. So I was trying to avoid having to take the water pump off of this thing because it does not look like a whole lot of fun. But I'm gonna have to take the flipping water pump off of this thing, I guess. So, yeehaw. Here we keep going, digging deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper into this, and deeper into this Allis Chalmers. Oh, man, this thing is the gift that doesn't quit giving. I think I'd rather belong to the Jelly of the Month Club. Well, this camera has a mind of its own, doesn't it? I'm removing the clamps that go on this lower radiator line. There's a piece of hard tubing right there that is clamped in by two short pieces of rubber hose. And then up here by the water pump, or by the thermostat housing, there's another little piece of rubber hose. And yeah, I'm gonna have to cut that one out of there too, and try to replace that. So anyway, hopefully, I don't think there's any good way to. Anyhow, we got to try to get this thing off of here. So I got some of these clamps off. This is junk. I have a little scrap bucket right there that I throw my little pieces of metal in, and one of these days I'll get rid of that. Let's see if we can get this loosened up a little bit. Oh, that's pretty loose. Should be able to get that off of there. Maybe. All right. I'll just try to grab this by hand here and see what happens. Okay. First of all, this thing's got to go someplace. Just don't know where, and I don't want to unhook it. Although I feel like I'm going to have to unhook it. You know what? Let's just unhook it and take it off of here, because this is not working well for us here. Is this a ring or a spade? Nope, it's a ring. So I've got to take the screw all the way out. That one there. And that one there. Yeah. Although that gets that out of the way, doesn't it? Okay. Let's just do that. Nah. I think I just tore this hose over here. Great. You know, if I had a knife. Okay, I am back and I brought a knife. And we're going to cut this hose right off of here. Look at that. More than one way to skin a cat, right? We can get this side off, and we can get this other side off of here too. And then I'll worry about this other clamp. There. There. That is ugly looking. Ugly. I think this piece of hose is the right size. Well, let's see, I got it the right length, and it looks like it's pretty close to the right size here. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see how it fits. Let's see if we can't get this to come off of here. Okey-dokey. How about the other one here? Okay, let's see if we can just get this to break off of here. Because obviously, it's not coming off of its own free will. There we go. All right. Well, kind of got it off of there. We got it loose anyway. Oops, there went the radiator cap. Okay, so I've been busy while the camera was off. I put the hoses back on, which were not that difficult, really. Tightened them up. There were some uneven surfaces on the tubes, so like right along on this one here under the clamp, and this one under the inside the tube, inside the rubber hose. I spread some really thick gasketing material that fills the voids, and I put that, and then I put the clamps on, so hopefully that'll seal real nicely. You can kind of, if you look right there, you can kind of see that red stuff that's you know, around the outside edge there of the tubing. That's the gasketing material that I put in there. So anyway, I've got just this one to tighten up here, and then we'll be just about ready to put some radiator fluid back in the radiator, and hopefully this time it won't all leak out. I was having trouble with a leak at this juncture right here. And I used some gasket material, some gasket compound underneath there, and hopefully that dried up enough, and then hopefully we can tighten this clamp here, and that'll work. And it won't leak. Using one of these red shop rags as a filter, because I've poured this same antifreeze in here 3 or 4 times now, and it gets a little bit dirty as we go. But we will give it a try here, see how this works. Just go ahead and pour it right in there. Okay, let's see. Something's dripping. It's dripping. Where's it dripping from? Good grief, right in that same spot. Man. Alright, well, I guess I'm going to drain her. Oh yeah, and the drain cock falls right on the... You can't just put a bucket under it and catch it. It falls right on, falls right onto the front axle. So yeah, that's good solid engineering there. All right, so is that gonna hold? No. What the heck? All right, there. Yep, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay, just trust me, I'm gonna get this thing done. Okay, so we're draining. We'll let that drain into the bucket there, and once that's done, then we'll start loosening up these clamps, and let's get this son of a gun taken apart here. And then there's 2 bolts, the 9/16 socket. Is that the 9/16? It sure is. Take the bolts off under here. Oh, let's get underneath there. Yeah, baby. There's that bolt there. That's one of them. Alright, here's the other side. Same as the first side, only on the other side. This should just lift right off. Just like I said. Go ahead and empty the rest of the antifreeze out of it. Today might be a very special day. Well, it might not be today though. What I'm looking at here is I just might get this Allis Chalmers running. But I got a couple of things I got to do. As you can see, I took the radiator off. Took the radiator off because I needed to get to the water pump because I couldn't get it to get the radiator hose to stop leaking at the water pump. So we have to get this cleaned up here, and if you look at it, it's pretty rough, and it's like it must just be letting water past in these rough spots here. So I'm gonna put a wire wheel on my bench grinder, and we're gonna clean this thing up real good, and then we're gonna put some epoxy all around this part right here where the hose goes on, and hopefully after that sets up, then we'll be able to hook everything back up, and hopefully then it will not leak, which is kind of an important thing. Just like that. So we'll give it a try here. Let's see if we can get it on here kind of smooth and not too thick. just to fill those voids in. Make it so that we can get a nice good seal. Okay, we've got the water pump back on. 3 bolts and a hose connection. That little hose connection right there. Yeah. So this radiator, not too big a deal really to put it on. Definitely want to get this hose hooked in there, but we need to make sure that we got the bolts in the right place. It looks pretty good. There. That's on there. Okay, so I had to do a couple of little things to make the epoxy be not so slick, and that included breaking the glaze on the surface of it with some sandpaper. Basically roughed it up a little bit. And then figured out that the inside of these pieces of radiator hose that I got were also pretty slippery. So I decided I'd go ahead and rough that up with a wire wheel, a little wire brush thing that goes on the drill. Almost got this ready to put some fluid into. Now let's hope that it doesn't leak, because good grief, all this leaking is driving me crazy. I don't know how much it's going to take, but what I've got in my drain off. Oh, we're leaking. Dang it. Right in the same freaking spot. Alright, so I got the radiator off again. And I just can't seem to get a handle on this leak. But I think it's the water pump leaking, but I'm not sure because I can't see anything. I mean, I can see down here where it's coming from under here. I can feel it up in here while it still has water in it. It's all wet. So I'm pretty sure that's my whole deal there, is just that. So I'm going to take this whole thing apart. I'm going to take the fan off. I'm going to take the pulley off if I can get it off. Hopefully I will. And see about a new water pump, I guess. This thing just keeps on keeping on. So anyway, that's that. You know, 4 bolts here, and I don't know what else. There's an adjustment screw here, but I don't think that the whole thing comes off with the adjustment screw. At least I don't think. I don't know. It's hard to say. Maybe all I gotta do is take that adjustment screw off. Maybe a smaller wrench. We'll try that. Okay, GoPro, stop recording. Okay, so I went